Hi scholar, hope you are having a great day. What if I told you mathematics doesn't have to be so difficult? Welcome to Post Scholars channel, where we prepare you to have the best grade in your NECO exam, your WAEC exam, your JAMB exam, and any other college exam. If this sounds good to you, do me a huge favor right now. Smash the subscribe button below and turn on notification so you never miss this video. Give this video a like and share this video to your classmates. Now let's get started. So the title of this video is Interior Angles of a Regular Polygon. We have two examples we are going to solve together, so I need you to sit tight and pay rapt attention. The first question says, each interior angle of a regular polygon is 135 degrees. How many sides has the polygon? First question, what is the special name of this polygon? Now, the keywords here are regular polygon, right? And interior angle. Now, let's explain that. Regular polygon means a shape that has all its sides equal, right? And all its angles also what? Equal. Now, this is an example of a polygon which has 5 sides: first side, second side, third side, fourth side, and fifth side, right? Now, the interior angle of this polygon are the angles inside bounded within the shape, right? While the exterior angles are angles bounded outside the shape. What do I mean? This angle here is an interior angle, angle A. This angle is an interior angle, angle B. Interior C, interior D, and interior angle E. I hope you are following me. Now, when we talk about exterior angle, these are angles outside that are bounded outside of the shape. How do I extract the exterior angle of this shape now? What I can do is I will extend this side. This becomes the exterior angle 1. When I extend this side also, this becomes exterior angle 2. When I extend this side, exterior angle 3. When I extend this side, exterior angle 4. And when I extend this side, exterior angle what? 5. I hope you understand the difference between interior angles and what? Exterior angles. Now, when the question says regular, it simply means its angles must be what? Equal, and the sides must also be what? Equal. So always take note of this keyword in WAEC. Once you see the word regular, just know that polygon has equal sides and equal angle. Now let's solve this problem. It says each interior angle of a regular polygon is 135 degrees. Now we don't know the number of sides. So what I can do is I'll just represent it like this. I won't finish the sides because we don't know the number, but we know that each of the angle is 135 degrees. Here is 135 degree, 135 degree, and it continues like that, right? For the whole sides. How many sides has the polygon? Here lies the question. You need to find the number of sides of this polygon. But if you remember vividly, if you are given a rectangle, for example, what is the sum of angle in a rectangle? The sum of angle in the rectangle is actually what? 360 degrees. Is that not so? When you add this angle, add this angle, add this angle, and add this angle, you are supposed to get 360 degrees. But how do they come about this concept? This concept comes from a formula called a formula given as n minus 2 times 180 degrees. Now this formula helps you find the sum of angle in any polygon, where n represents the number of sides. Now for this rectangle, how many sides do we have? We have 4 sides, right? Definitely n, you substitute 4 into this n, then you have 4 minus 2 gives 2, then 2 times 180 gives what? 360 degrees. So this formula helps you find the sum of angle in any polygon. Now there's another concept you can use, right? If I know that in a rectangle, for example, in a typical rectangle, we know that all its angles are what? 90 degrees. Is that not so? Now, what if we want to use the concept of equal angle, right, to find the sum of angle in this rectangle? What I can do, I can say 90, which is one of the angle, times n. And what does n represent? The number of sides, which is what? 4. So it can be 90 times 4, which is also equals to what? 360 what? Degree, right? 360 degree. That's the sum of angle in the rectangle. Now we didn't use this concept. Rather, we use the concept of a given angle and the number of what? Sides. So that's the concept you are going to use to solve this problem. So now you agree with me that the sum of angle in any polygon is given as n minus 2 times 180 degree, right? Good. Take note, some textbook use this formula also, 2n minus 4 times 90 degree, but we are going to stick with the first formula. So either of this formula is the same. Now, since we don't know the number of sides, right, for us to know the sum of angle in the polygon, what we can do is to multiply one of the angle, which is 135, by the number of sides, which is what, n. So in the left hand side we have 135n, right, equals to n minus 2 times 180 degree. So what I can do next is open the bracket, right? In the right hand side I open the bracket. When I open the bracket, in the right hand side I have 180n minus 180 times 2 gives 360. Then in the left hand side I have 135n, right? So what I can do now is to subtract 135 from both sides. When I do that, I have 180n minus 135n in the right hand side. Then the left hand side I have nothing left, but then I can now add 360 to both sides. When I add 360 to both sides, in the left hand side I will have plus 360, right? Good. Now 180n minus 135n gives 45n equals 360. Now what we can do is to divide both sides by 45, and when we do that, we have that n, 45 cancels 45, and n equals 360 divided by 45 gives 8. So n is equals to what? 8 sides. You can see that means this polygon that we're unable to finish the side has 8 sides. 8 sides. Now the next question says, what is the special name of this polygon? Now what's the name of a polygon with 8 sides? That's what? Octagon. Okay, for the first part we have that the number of sides is equals to what? 8, and the name of the polygon is octagon. Next, question 2. Now let's read question 2. Question 2 says 3 angles of an octagon are equal and the sum of the remaining angles is 705 degree. Find the size of one of the equal angles. Now what we need to do is to critically analyze this question step by step. Now 3 angles of an octagon. What's an octagon? An octagon is any shape with 8 sides. So let's draw an octagon. An octagon looks like this. All right. This is an octagon which I've drawn, right? You can see it's 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's read on. 3 angles of an octagon are equal. So let's represent the equal angle with S. So here is X, X, and X because they are all equal. Now, and the sum of the remaining angles is 705 degree. Now we don't know the remaining angles. So let's just use letter A, B, C, D, E to represent that. So this angle is A, B, C, D, and E, right? The sum is equals to what? 705. That when you add angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D, and angle E, it all sum up to what? 705 degrees. So let's represent that A plus B plus C plus D plus E equals 705 degree, right? These are the angles that are not equal, while the angles that are equal is actually X plus X plus what? X, which gives what? 3x, right? Now the question says find the size of one of the equal angle, right? That means we are looking for the size of just x degree. Now what do? We need to use the concept of sum of interior angle of a polygon. Now what's the formula? We already know that the sum of the interior angle of a regular polygon is times 180 degree, right? And in this case we know n as 8, right? So n is 8 minus 2 times 180 degree. 8 minus 2 gives 6. Then 6 times 180 gives 1080 degree. Now we have gotten the sum of angle in this octagon, right, as 1080 degree. but the question asks us to find the size of one of the equal what? Angle. So what we can do now is to add all these angles, right, and equate it to what? 1080 degree. So let's do that. We already know that x plus x plus x gives 3x. So we'll just write 3x plus the unknown angles, which are plus a plus b plus c plus d plus e, equals, when you add all these angles, you are supposed to have 1080 degree, right? But then let's name this particular equation. Let's name it equation 1, right? Now, if you look at this equation 1, we have that a plus b plus c plus d plus e equals 705. Now we are still seeing that same a plus b plus c plus d plus e here. What's the sum? The sum is what? 705. So we'll just substitute 705 for this expression. When we do that, we have 3x plus 705. So all this, the addition of all this gives what? 705 from this equation, right? Now we continue. Equals 1080 degree. Now we continue. We subtract 705 from both sides. When we do that, we have 3x equals 1080 minus 705. Next, 3x equal 1080 minus 705 gives 375, right? Now we divide both sides by 3, right? Over 3 over 3. 3 cancels 3. Then we have that x is equals to 375 divided by 3 gives 125 degree. Now we'll come back to the question. The question says find the size of one of the equal angle. And one of the equal angle is what? X. So we have gotten the value of one of the equal angle as what? 125 degrees. So you can represent it. One of the equal angle is 125 degree, and that's the final answer. Well understood. Now we have solved 2 questions relating to interior angles of a regular polygon. If you have any question, please feel free to comment, right, and I will answer your question almost immediately. Thanks for watching. God bless you, and bye.